Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Bukola's Corner. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And if you're returning, I appreciate you so much. Today, I'm back with another interesting video for you guys. But before we get into that, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and let's just get right into it, shall we? Okay, I'm sure from the title or from the thumbnail, you have an idea of what we're going to be talking about today, and that is things that I think are overrated in your 20s. Basically, things that I think that you can do without in your 20s or are overhyped in your 20s, literally. Okay, so the first one I have here is rioters living and thinking you get serious in your 30s. You see this one? I hear a lot of people they'll be like, I want to, explore, you want to wobe, you want to spoil, you want to do all the nasty, bad things that you could do in your 20s, and then you get serious with God in your 30s. I don't know where that thing came from. I don't know whether they want to, I don't know. I don't know how that idea came about, but I personally feel like your present decade has a huge role to play in shaping your next decade. So if you choose to live anyhow in your 20s, it will definitely tell in your 30s and even in your 40s. And sometimes, depending on what you did, it can span on to the rest of your life. I feel like if you think you want to Wobe, that means for my non-Nigerians, it means if you want to be worldly, if you want to live anyhow, if you want to do things that are detrimental to your life, to your future, to your destiny, to your purpose, and then you say, don't worry, I'll face God in my 30s. When I'm done, I just want to enjoy life. When I'm done, I'll face God, I'll follow God in my 30s. As soon as I'm 30, I'm going to be ready to settle down, I'm going to give my life to Christ and all of those things. My dear, go and ask people that have tried out that method. I literally saw a video of Banky W when he said he had the same mindset, and he said that, oh, like it didn't actually work out well for him. He's actually doing very well for himself right now. He's a man of God and all of that. But he said that he tested and tried it and it was not worth it. It was not what he thought it would be, because I don't think that we understand the concept of habits. If you develop negative habits now, if you are living your life very, very, a very rowdy life, what makes you think that you have a peaceful 30? What makes you think that you would attract the right partner if you have spent a decade of your life living like the opposite of what it is that you desire? I don't know if that makes sense. So I think that in your 20s, it's the time for you to face God. It's the time for you to just get serious with God. Because I know that in this day and age, like people start working from a very young age and all of that stuff. But if you don't have kids yet, I know that people are going to get married like 25, 24, but like at whatever phase that you are, responsibilities they don't get smaller, they increase. So while you have the energy, while you have the time, I don't see why you think it's okay to spend one of the peak moments of your life living anyhow, doing things that you would regret later. If people don't understand that they are human beings, they are not like toys or movie characters. There are people that, yes, they might have lived life anyhow, and maybe by the mercy of God, God saved them and they came to Christ and they were able to make something out of their life later in life. Why do you want that to be your case? Why don't you want to learn from other people's experience and start building early? Start thinking about your life early. Anyways, I have another video about that one. So that's pretty much what I think. I think that it's very overrated to say that, oh, you want to party at the party, club at the club, drink all the drink, smoke all the smoke, sleep with everybody you see, and then you will get serious. That's If you're still thinking like that in 2026, we need to talk. Another thing that I think is overrated is social media. Social media and its validation. A lot of people I know that in this day and age where there's influencer culture, there's, a lot of things, there's what you can make money online and what have you. I personally think that it's overrated to base your life or base your success based on the likes you get on a post or the likes you get on a video or what have you, or living your life, curating your life to fit an aesthetic. That's even part of this aesthetic. Everything for everything to be aesthetic. what's the word? Is it aestheticism? I don't even know. But like living your life to fit a particular aesthetic, living your life to fit, the current beauty standards and all of that in your 20s. We might be considered adults, young adults, but we are still a lot of us are still very impressionable, very, very impressionable. And it's not, and I don't really blame people like that. I think it's just because they are looking for a way to get, inspiration from. And I think that in your 20s, this is the time to create what exactly it is that you want. If you're living your life for social media, I think you've seen what it is that somebody can be loved today and then social media do a 180 quickly. Just look at it. How many people have been loved today and cancelled tomorrow? Or how many people have been the beauty standard today and tomorrow they are considered chopped? By the way, that word is so offensive. Like, anyways, but you see, so cancel culture is real, and sometimes you get hate if you are trying to be original, if you are trying to be authentic. Sometimes not a lot of people appreciate that. Social media is overrated. Period. Another thing that I think is overrated under the subject of social media is following trends. I have a whole video on trends, guys, but I think the angle I'm coming from is jumping on every single trend. I watch a lot of commentary videos on YouTube. I'm not on TikTok, but the commentary videos I watch are people reacting to videos on TikTok. And I'm seeing grown adults, jumping on trends like their life depends on it. I said the way a lot of people jump on trends, or the way a lot of people run to stores to get stuff, to get what is trending, the latest dress, the latest aesthetic, latest toy. I literally saw a video last week, and people, grown adults, people that have children, odindigende, grown men and grown women of childbearing age, of destiny fulfillment age, were running to get needles like squishy toys. When I watch those videos, they are peak entertainment for me. You know why? It's peak entertainment. Like, it's peak entertainment. Every single week there's a new trend. There's a new trend. And to think that this thing, that needle I use as an example, has been in stores. I've seen it at Walmart and all of those things. Is now, is now that because maybe one influencer said, "Oh, I'm obsessed." It's not trending. Like, you guys, it's not every trend you jump on. It's not every trend, not even just aesthetic or buying stuff. Like, it's not every trend, it's not every aesthetic. It's not. I think that in your 20s, a lot of people suffer from identity crisis, and following every trend, everything that influencers are promoting is going to contribute to your lack of identity, lack of personal style, lack of authenticity, lack of self-love, for lack of a better word. If people pursue Jesus the way they pursue trends, they will take over kingdoms for Jesus. See those people that are running to stores to get needles, or Stanleys or Labubus. If they chase after Jesus like that, they'll take over kingdoms, take over nations, take over countries for Jesus. I'm serious. I'm serious because the zeal and the passion. The next one is, I don't know how to coin it, but I think that forcing yourself to stay in toxic relationships just because you want to do couple goals or because you want to be married by a certain time is, it's not, I don't even know if overrated is right, is dangerous. Like, there are a lot of people that are in their 20s that stay in toxic relationships, that stay in toxic friendship, romantic relationships, whatever it is, toxic environment, because they don't want to be alone. Like, you are only gathering more hurt, more trauma, more pain. And if you don't leave, it will leave you with pieces of yourself that you don't even recognize. It will leave you ugly. It will leave you bitter. It will leave you sour. Forcing yourself to be in relationships that are not working, that are toxic, it's not worth it at all in your 20s. And under that, I also feel like giving your feelings too much credit is overrated. A lot of people be like, I feel like, oh, I don't feel like praying. I don't feel like doing this. Oh, I have feelings for him. I have this. I feel I love him so much. I love her so much. Da, 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 da. We give our feelings too much credit. We give our feelings too much credit. For example, if you've been in a relationship before where you felt like, your life is this guy, is either this person or no other, and somehow both of you break up and you discover that you are breathing. you are doing okay, you are doing fine. It was because in that moment it felt like, this, I'm not saying you should invalidate your feelings, but I feel like in certain situations you need to think here, like both of them should be working, like, but a lot we give here too much credit and give here less credit. That's why people end up in toxic situations, toxic environments, or making silly decisions because they feel like it. There's always the urge to do things that you should not do. That's what makes us men. We are fallible, but we give too much credit to our flesh, to our feelings, especially in this young age where there is youthful exuberance. Youthful exuberance is thriving because we are giving into our feelings, our flesh, our desires. Is overrated, guys. Trusting God, obeying God, and following His commandments can be hard. It's not always easy, especially at certain points in your life, or especially in things when it comes to things that you personally would desire. But God is letting you know that it's not for you. You know, it's hard, but sometimes, even if it's whippy, break it off. Like, if you want to be different, you have to make different decisions. So yes, those are the few things that I think are overrated. Living anyhow in your 20s, thinking you get serious with God or with your life in your 30s, chasing social media validation, following trends, toxic relationship because you don't want to be alone, feelings, giving your feelings too much credit. These are the few things that I think are overrated in your 20s. Your 20s are very, they're very interesting, for lack of a better word. Very, very interesting. But I think that the difference that you can make are the choices that you make now. So yes, there are many things that I think are overrated, but these are just a few of some things that I would like to share. I have a part two of these videos, like a sequel of, the opposites. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming out the following week. I think I'll be closing out this video here today. This is not a long video, but I think that my point has been made. What are the things I think are overrated? What are the things that are being encouraged in our 20s? I think I can do without it, or it's actually not worth it, or it actually can give the opposite result. Let me know in the comment section. I'd like to engage with you guys. And again, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe if this is something that you would like to see more often. If you like the content of this channel, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.